Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to our movie club. We continue with the how it's called franchise of the movies. Divergent. Oh, I should learn something. Divergent. What else? What was the next one? Insurgent. And today is Allegiant. Is it correct pronunciation, teacher? Allegiant.
Allegiant.
Allegiant. Okay, what does mean allegiant? Loyal, exactly. But why we need another word for loyal, teacher? Is it a kind of nuances, different meaning?
No, just English has different words that mean the same thing for variety.
Yeah, but I always heard that we use loyal like a dog, right? Can I say it allergent, right? Like a dog?
Kind of. Allegiant is more formal. Allegiant usually is like an oath. I pledge allegiance to my king. I pledge loyalty to my king. Same meaning, but allegiance has a little more connotation of loyalty to a cause.
I see. So formal language. Well, it makes some sense now. Okay, I started to understand. Okay, so this is the third part, and we have kind of the same characters. The only new. Okay, so we have a cast here. Whoa, who's new? Can you help us, David?
David, he's outside the wall.
Yeah, a big boy, right? Big boss.
Yeah, big boss.
Okay, who else? Nita and Matthew.
Soldiers.
And we know the rest, right?
And I think Providence.
Yeah, Providence. It's a name for a building, right? It's a name for a place.
The city. It's a city. Yeah.
City. Okay.
And Edgar.
Edgar. Okay, so I'm assistant of Evelyn, right? Evelyn, factionless. Okay, I see. I think we know everyone. Whew. Okay, let's start with the beginning. Gerard, could you please help us with number one?
Okay. What is the status of Chicago at the start of this movie? Okay, Janine was killed by Evelyn. So now Evelyn is ruling the city. But it becomes also a sort of dictatorship. He wants to put all the guys of erudite that helped Janine to try to do this coup, to putting them in trial, with this serum, truth serum. I think it's Candor who rules that, responsible of that. And Evelyn wants to, to give death sentence to the ones that will help Janine to kill all these people.
And did we know that it was Chicago before in previous episodes?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, from the beginning.
What should we know about Chicago? So it's a huge city, right, in America?
Yes. Teacher Lee told us that it's a windy city.
It's called the Windy City. Actually, the reason it was called the Windy City was because of the politicians' hot air, not because of the wind. It's mostly black. It's a mess. It's mostly black. It's liberal. It's a big mess.
And it's infamous, I think, because a lot of crime. Chicago.
Yeah, it's a liberal city. Crime, homeless, trash, you name it. All liberal cities are the same. Yeah.
Okay. Similar to Berlin, I think. Nesma?
I have a question.
Please.
Why did Evelyn locked people inside the city? Did she mention before that she does not trust the message from the mysterious box or so? I guess I remember something similar, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, good question.
Power. Power.
Hmm.
I don't want outsiders to tell me what to do. This is
Mhm.
my city, my people. I'll give everybody orders. To hell with the outside people. Close the borders. I wish we'd
Yeah.
close the borders.
Yeah, actually, I'm surprised how changed this factionless faction, right? So they were kind of nobody, right? Just the bums, just people, and they are kind of militarized structure, you know, with a leader, with with discipline, with kind of cannot imagine this.
Mhm.
Pretty strange. Okay, what do you think? What do you think about this trial, Gerard? Is it a good thing to do?
It's a populist thing, because especially for the factionless. So it's like they want revenge,
Yeah.
especially over the erudite, because they are like they put in a situation of a very low class, and now they have the power. So that happens in mankind. When someone in a low position gets power, it's as bad as their former bosses.
The battle cry of the French Revolution was off with their heads, off with their heads, kill them all, and their
Yeah.
families too, and their kids. Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. So it looks like in human nature. We can name a lot of examples like this. It's not like in the movie, right? So usually revolution, it's just that one kind of group became to be in power and blame everything to previous group, and nothing changing for the most of the people. Nothing changes. Yeah. Okay.
Biden still blames Trump for everything that's happening today. He's been in power 3 years, but everything happening today, it's all Trump's fault. Come on,
Okay, let's go. Let's move forward. Sergey, could you help us with number 2?
How do current three save her brother Saleh from death by the criminal tribunal trust? But it's not. It was not difficult because we saw a lot of people who who had a triumph after the judges and foretold some guys who save prisoners. These guys will go to me, with me. It's all.
Mhm.
And after that, they took on in the truck, and they did some documents. And in the end of this rescue, they met some armed guys, and they asked for, what do you do with these prisoners? I will kill you. And he put on the hole, and he shot 3 times. And yes, I did it. Okay. Hey, Taleb, come on. And after that, they went to this to the border.
Yeah. Sergey, was it suspicious or not? What do you think? I mean, you just escorting someone to somewhere, right? So you just escort them. And then you asked, what do you do? Okay, I will shoot him now, right? So why didn't you shoot him before, right?
To be honest, I met a lot of not understandable and not causes behavior on this third movie. Each movie which we watched was better,
more logical, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They get less and less logical the longer they drag on. Sequels usually suck. Yeah.
Yeah, but this part with shooting, it was kind of weak, I would say, right? So you escort someone, you make some efforts, then you just shoot. Well,
And I think it's he cannot shoot him because he need to have a trial.
trial, yeah. So we have a huge trial, public trials, and then I just took one and shoot him, and nobody says nothing, you know, because, you know, why not?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go forward. Salma, could you please help us with number 3?
Okay. Describe the difficulties Trace 4 and their group have in crossing over the city wall. Firstly, the wall is very, very high. And also there is a guy who's following them. I know Edgar. Yeah, Edgar is following them, and the walls are very, very high, and they put their I can't remember. Wait.
This device, right? This wire, right? I would say.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. So, wait. So they throw ditch before taking out. No, it's not
Yeah.
this. Well,
Yeah, Ticheli wrote us a hint, so it was a grappling hooks, right? So something that makes you kind of enables you to jump to the wall.
help them to climb on the wall. Yeah. And then once they reached the top of the wall, they found that there are wires, and these wires are some kind. There is electricity in these wires. So Tress made his mind, and she decided to go and boom the box of electricity to stop it from working. So she goes down with the help of 4. So 4 just he defending her, and she put a bomb in the box. Then when it explodes, so also the cars or the vans that they are following them damaged or became damaged.
Okay, let's
talk a
little
they
bit.
go again
Yeah,
to the wall, and at this moment, Dagger shoot Tori.
Let's think a little bit about this wall.
Yes.
Who built this
So
wall?
we left.
Who built this wall, and why it's so huge? And why it's so fortified?
We can't even build a small wall to block out our immigrants, and these poor people with war and destruction, they built this huge wall. It's like I was thinking the same thing. Who the hell?
Yeah. And why, right? Like, who is attacking this wall, right? Why do you need kind of this kind of impossible
to prevent everybody to think or to go outside the city.
Yeah, but for this you need, just a fence, right? You need just a fence, and a few soldiers. So you don't need a wall like, against dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Another thing.
To make it impossible to cross.
Just?
Another thing, why the city, or inside the walls, everything is okay with it, it's not polluted. You go outside of the walls and everything is polluted. Then you find Providence, it's polluted, but is there something, a barrier, an invisible barrier that protects the city, or what?
Probably it was cleared or, I don't know, recreated.
Remember, the outsiders give you a shot that protects you from everything.
Yeah.
Remember, you get a vitamin shot. Yeah,
Well,
that's crazy.
Well, it's so crazy, yes, and the logic is lost totally. But I like it this moment when they were climbing the wall. I think the best, in the best action scene in the movie.
Yeah, gigantic wall, no problem. I happen to have a grappling hook. Woo! Okay, let's all climb. Oh, that was easy. Oh, darn, there's an electric fence at the top. Well, we'll just cut it, there, bomb the pop. Why didn't they just throw the bomb down there and blow the thing up instead of climbing down the wall? Oh gosh, crazy.
When I saw this wall, I thought Teacher Lee would like this wall in the border with Mexico.
I love that wall. I love that wall.
It would cost a fortune to
This
make a wall
different
like
wall.
this.
The
Women
wall
and-
between Mexico and Texas is not that strong, I guess.
No,
It's
no.
a fence.
Right.
It's a fence.
It would definitely
Yeah,
stop
just
our
a
women
fence.
and the women and kids. Yeah.
I don't think that wall like this one in the movie exists in real life. I don't think so. So it's kind of impossible to invest so much kind of materials and money
Concrete,
and effort.
metal, oof.
No, I've never seen Israel's wall between it and Palestine, but I don't think it's this big.
It was in wire wall, I guess.
Wire. Okay.
Barbed
Yeah.
wire.
But there's something illogical in this part.
Yeah.
They built a very huge wall and they put the wires on the top of it, and beside it they put the box of the electricity that if you bomb or if you destroy it, so you can cross the wall easily.
Reachable, yes. And also, why is it their first try to see what's behind the wall? They could have climbed it years ago. Why it's their only the first time now?
Well,
Yeah.
now the message has been delivered. There's
Yeah.
life outside the wall. We can't see it, but we're gonna go find it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's stupid.
Yeah, very, very funny. But Leila, did you like this moment, action moment when they climb in the wall?
Yeah, because I love the way they were walking.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's cute.
Yeah, me too. And I remember one guy, he could not make it, right? And he was like kind of on his back with this wire and
Collect, right?
yeah. Yeah, good. Okay, let's move forward. So we have number 4 now, right? Nesma, could you please cover number 4?
Yeah, sure. What does Tress learn about the world and about David and her indoctrination into the new city outside the wall? So now when she gets into the new city, she had a video explaining what happened generations ago to the world, and there were kind of a drug that was invented to help humanity, I guess, but it turned out to be used in a wrong way. Maybe it was out of control somehow. So they invented the fictions to help people, to purify them, maybe to clean them, I don't know. And Natalie, her mother, sorry, was participating in this experiment. She was fool enough to do that.
So what we learned is the whole humanity kind of spoiled, right, by this drug.
Yes.
Correct?
Yeah.
to say?
Except for the Utopia city, that the elite people were living there. The Providence, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. So do we have any questions about this? About this bureau? Teacher, bureau, it seems to be a French word, right? Right?
Bureau, yeah, bureau.
Bureau, yeah.
When I see 5 vowels in one word, and you don't have to read all of them, just or I suspect it's French one.
Yeah. Good criteria.
I think the FBI is called the Bureau.
Yeah.
Yep, the
FBI?
Federal Bureau of Investigation. It's a government word. We use bureau for departments in the government.
I see. Okay,
Very formal.
so now we have 2 terms, right? Pure and damaged, right? Pure and damaged.
Yeah.
And it's important for the future plot, right? So it's and who is, for instance, Four and Caleb, and are they damaged or pure?
Everybody was damaged except for Tress. She was the only pure person. That's why he called her a miracle.
Miracle.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Leila,
So
yeah.
Mankind welcomes Triss. All the rest of you stay in Chicago. We don't want you. Yeah, come on. Come on.
Leila, can you help us with number 5, please?
Sure. What does 4 learn from Nita about their forays in the desert outside of Chicago's city walls? Forays, it means attacks, right?
Search and bring back. Search and bring back. Search and rescue, kind of.
Okay, thank you. So 4 has to get used to being with these guys as they are using some drones. And Nita helped him to understand how they are using these drones. And she wasn't sure if he was ready for the attack foray. And they went on a duty, right? They went on duty, and accidentally one of the guys killed a boy's father. This affected 4 a lot. And what else? 4 thinks that, or maybe he remembers that later, this boy was affected badly. He has forgotten his father and his own name also when they went back. Yep.
Yep.
So
teacher Lee, please.
it seems like they need kids to increase their population. Maybe they're sterile now. I don't know. So they go out and steal the kids and kill the parents, because parents are going to, well, they can erase the memories of the parents. I don't know why they don't just take them all, but they only take the kids, kill the parents, erase the kids' memory, indoctrinate them with all the liberal dogma, and they've got new loyal followers.
What I think, Teacher Lee, is that they don't want any parents as they are middle-aged or any elderly people. So I think they want children only.
But you can erase the memories of all of them, and adults can work immediately. Kids are small and have to grow up.
Teacher Lee, what about, even though you could erase their memory, the parents' memory or the elderly people's memory, what are they going to use these people for? I thought about it.
Yeah, I don't understand. Yeah. Soldiers, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. Like Yvonne said, there's nothing out there. There's no monsters. There's no zombies. There's nothing to fight out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I understand that we are in kind of in a hard position today, so we have to kind of invent logic where there is absence of logic. So probably there is no answer at all. Yeah. Ahmed, do you want to add something?
No, just I want to answer question 6.
Okay.
Because it's easy for me.
Okay. Okay, let's go forward. Number 6, please.
Okay. Who are the Allegiant? Okay. This is names called for Joanna followers who are called themselves as Allegiant.
And who's John?
Allegiant.
Allegiant. Okay. Allegiant. Okay. Jana is the leader in the Chicago city for some people, but I don't know.
Yeah, I remember it's Amity, right? Joanna, it's Amity. So these farmers, I think.
Yeah. The peasants are overthrowing the aristocracy, like in the French Revolution. Yeah.
Okay, and what does mean henchman? Do you know, Ahmed? What does mean henchman?
Henchman? Actually, no, I don't know what's henchman.
How would we describe it? It's kind of assistant, right, teacher?
System.
Yeah, it has a bad meaning. It's like thugs or minions. In the minion movies, like minions. They're the lower level soldiers that do all your dirty work for you.
Yeah, and
Can we say slave, Teacher Lee?
No, henchmen are paid money, so they're
Okay.
paid slaves, if you will. Yeah,
Okay.
the same
Okay.
idea. Yeah, they do what they're told. They're hired soldiers, like mercenaries almost. But henchmen might work for you out of loyalty.
Okay.
And I think, Leila, we should not use slaves in modern English, right? Because it's immediately kind of has a strange connotation.
No, of course not. I don't like the word slave, but you know, I looked up the dictionary, so it says.
Liberals will
Okay.
cancel you if you say that word. Yeah,
Yeah, I think
it triggers them. Oh, slaves!
Mm.
you know, once I had to change a lot of documentation because in IT field, we used to use master-slave replication, which means that one system is kind of primary, another is secondary, and at one moment it became a problem, and we have to rewrite like thousands and thousands of documents, putting primary and secondary here.
Are there any slaves now in this world, Ivan? I don't think so. So we don't have to use the word, of course.
Well, there are a lot of slaves in the world, like, you know, in many.
Employees are slaves.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, slaves
Yeah.
mean kind of in initial meaning. There are a lot of them in the world as well. You know, in many developing countries.
We actually there are actually industries, sex slaves, where men capture women and kids and force them to do sex for money for customers. We have child labor. China and some countries make children work for free in
Wow.
factories. We call them
Africa
sweatshops.
Mhm.
Oh, and actual slaves. I don't ever hear about actual slaves, but I'm sure they probably exist in secret somewhere.
Yeah, let me ask you, for instance, you know, Russia kind of not the best country in the world, but not that kind of developing, right? So kind of a stable country. Do you think we have slaves in Russia? Leila, what do you think?
I don't think so. I don't know.
So there was a kind of a well-known business, you know, people were kidnapped and put as slaves for some industries to work there on kind of in some regions, you know, that are.
Against their will, Ivan?
Yeah.
Well, it was like, you know, 5 years ago. So don't think about it like it's never happened. Yeah.
I have question, please. I don't know what this is followers. Only they are called them as Allegiant. Why the other followers for the Evelyn Mother, the Force, they don't call them Allegiant as Joanna followers?
Yeah. So you're asking what is the difference between this group, right? Allegiant, and the other groups?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have the answer?
Yeah,
Well,
sure.
the Allegiant is the name that the rebels, the factionless peasants, they've taken that name. They're a new faction now, if you will, the Allegiant, the party of the people. The Allegiant is the party of the people.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, new faction, right? So they did not like the name, kind of, as I understand this. So they did not like the factionless, right? So it meant nobody. Now they are Allegiant. Is it correct to say?
Mhm.
So
Okay.
it's almost like the faction system has been abandoned.
Mhm.
Whoever's got the most power now takes the government control,
Mhm.
and everyone else is treated like slaves.
Yeah. Okay, let's move forward. Gerard, could you please take number 7?
Yes, I think. Describe what Providence is in this movie. It's a sort of oasis in the middle of the contaminated, polluted zone. No, it's not too big, and it's like a technological city with very, futuristic buildings. And there is a man, I think it's David, this man who is the ruler of the city. He's like the mayor. He lives on the highest tower of the city and controls everything. And we see that Ford doesn't trust him. And this David, goes after trees and flatters her and says she is so important. But Ford and the others that putting in a second place in the background, they are not important because they are not pure.
Mhm.
So it wasn't explained well to me, but it seems like where David is, it seems like that's not a city. I don't remember any name for that. I guess that's an outpost.
Mhm.
And Providence has told David, take care of the Chicago project. We don't want to mess with it. You take care of those scum in Chicago. Make sure they don't make any trouble. So David was kind of overseeing Chicago secretly. They can somehow see everything that happens everywhere in the city. Like cameras are floating around everywhere and nobody can see them. It didn't make a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, yeah. So it's kind
Is
of a
Providence the second city? The first city is not Providence, it's just an outpost.
I guess.
And what's the name of the outpost? I don't remember.
It never gave it a name. That's what I'm saying. I don't know where they lived. Never had a city name. Providence was the capital, if you will. So it seemed like he was just an outpost, and his job was to watch the Chicago experiment.
Mhm.
So it's kind of a control room, right, for this experiment. So,
Yeah.
I see. Nice. Next one, please.
Now I have a question about Natalie. Now I am questioning Natalie. She was born there. She was kidnapped, I suppose, just like the other kids, and she was brainwashed. But she was close to the administration, that she knows everything. She wanted to participate in the experiment. She went there with the box, the mysterious box, to Chicago, I mean. And I feel like she knew everything. Still, she was working with David on his plan. So how can I see Natalie now? Is she, I don't know, is she evil? Just like David?
She never even told her own husband and daughter about this.
Yeah, but
Okay, what was she doing there? She was doing what in Chicago?
I don't know.
Okay.
and remember this story with this box, right? So this message, what it was about. So what do you think about this box? That experiment is to find diversions. Is it still true? Do we agree with this?
They found one.
Yeah.
The experiment was a success.
Yeah.
So she brought a box that needs a divergent to open it. And she knew that her daughter was a divergent, but she was hiding the box till her daughter opened it. Although she knows the content of the box. That is a loop. I don't understand a thing here.
And also, let's consider, that it was a lucky event, right? That Tris opened the box. So she could be killed like 10 times before before this.
Wow.
I want to add something. I think this is the same case for Matthew. He was a supporting force and Tris. Even he was working with David. I am right?
Who was Matthew? I can't even keep them straight.
The boy that helped Four on the plane.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So what's your question again? Who was Matthew? Or
No. My not. My point is he, as Nisma said, he is the same in the same box with Nita, who supported other guys. Even she worked with David. Matthew was working with David, but he supported Triss and the Force.
he kind of turned against him though, right? He's the guy that turned against him.
Yes, yes, Teacher Lee. Do you remember the guy in the Providence that tried to help them at the end? A cute guy who was close to David. Suddenly he changed his mind.
Yes.
Yeah. So he became a traitor. He joined the outsiders.
Yeah.
For favor, for power, for privilege. Give me a nice office with a window view and I'll help you.
Okay, let's talk about gas a little bit. Vova, could you take number 8?
Explain what the memory gas is and how David and Peter plan to use it to the point of testing it on Marcus.
Even we have a cat to play. If you can hear it. Okay, so what is memory gas?
It's a gas that makes you forget everything, even your name.
Yeah. Have you watched Man in Black? In Man in Black movie, we had a kind of a fly stick, right? Stick with a lamp that makes you forget everything. In this movie, we have a gas that makes you forget everything. Right?
But how did they manage to do a gas that don't raise like your ability to speak
and to eat and to do some
to walk?
Yeah.
Yeah, you only forget your identity. Everything else you remember.
It's like amnesia.
Yeah, amnesia drug. Yeah.
Yeah, good one. So
And Peter, David said to Peter that he needs to give the gas to Evelyn, so she could she could like be the leader of the city. No one will even remember that she is not the leader.
yeah, but correct me if I'm wrong. Evelyn is already the leader, or not?
Yeah, but our Allegiant is not on her side.
Not on her side. Okay. So making gas on them will kind of convince them to be on their side.
It'll make them forget they're the enemy. Oh, who are you? Who am I? I should listen to you? Oh, okay. Okay. You know, the liberals would love it.
There is one thing that I didn't understand here. How come Peter brought all the gas to Evelyn in tubes? What? Because Peter has to deliver the gas to Evelyn. How come?
Well,
for David.
Yeah, I know. But from the province to Chicago.
How they deliver it, yeah?
Yeah, pipes or in tubes. There was a lot of gas in the city. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, so you're talking about the volume, right? About the size of the.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
It almost seems like the outsiders, made this big city experiment.
Right.
And they needed to control the experiment. So they had this gas ready to use. They had monitoring cameras everywhere. They can see everything that everybody does everywhere inside any room. I don't know how in the heck they managed to do this. but it was like it made no sense at all. You know, they're
Yeah.
controlling everything. They want something to develop naturally, but they're ready to control everything at any moment. It
Thank
didn't
you,
make
Teacher
sense.
Lee. Okay.
It didn't make sense. Yeah.
Another thing that
So-
doesn't have sense is what the maintenance of all these cameras and everything. You cannot last 200 years. It's impossible. You need to do maintenance at least once a year because everything, breaks. The cameras don't last forever.
Yeah. So the outside government was stable for 200 years. Nobody complained. But in Chicago, some of the people were unhappy.
Another thing that doesn't have any sense. How could the tree's mother infiltrate inside the city, Because when you go to some faction, you need to have a past. How can you justify, the population is not so big, so it's very difficult to me.
Yeah, so in a small city, right, with a reduced population, when everyone knows each other, right,
Yeah.
there is a new woman and no one is concerned, right? So she's just a... Okay. Sergey, do you have a comment?
Yeah, and, I had a comment 5 minutes ago, but anyway. And I remember the World War One when the German soldier and French soldier used the gas attack from each other. And in my opinion, I am not a physic, but I finished the school and I little bit know gas properties. If you put the gas in the some spaces, gas started to share everywhere because it's a property gas. But unfortunately, Elaine didn't know the gas properties. That's why she thought that I put the gas only one space on the one district on the city. Seriously? Success? No. It was funny moment for me. It's the first point. The second point is the gas we used in the second decade of the 20th century. You live in the, I don't know what's the century. The gas, it's a bullshit for this for this war. It's in my opinion.
Yeah, using gas, yes, gas is expandable, right? So it makes the shape and size whenever you move, whenever you put it. So you're correct, and it's try to reduce it from expanding, right? Because it expands to all the size. So it's a substance that's hard to control. That's true.
Yeah, and in the movie it was. Go ahead.
In the third moment, if you have a gas, you have to have the mask afraid the gas.
Yep, it's dangerous to work with it. Yep.
Yeah, in the movie it was heavier than air, so if it's all over the floor at your feet, you're okay. Just run through it quickly. Come on.
Not bad.
But this moment with this gas, in my opinion, was much beautiful on this moment because the gas, it's a yellow, it's
Reddish.
funny. It was funny.
Okay. Okay, Sergey, number 10, it's for you. Could you please? Oh, we already answered this. How do 4 and 3 stop the gas?
How do 4 and 3 stop the gas release across the whole city of Chicago? The amount of activities in the 1 minute of this movie was a lot, and I can't explain whole story, whole plot. But in the finally, she damaged the pump. It's all, and the wind came and wind shattered the gas everywhere.
But it was an action movie after all, right? So it must be some action in this movie. Salma, would you like to add something? I see you're muted. Okay. Okay, so some kind of what Sergey said, that serious affection, right? Stop the gossip. It's what should we know. Okay, and final message. I don't know who. Leila, could you please?
What I have understood that no damaged people, no pure people, we are equal.
It was the message, right? So Tree said, we are not pure and damaged. You are all people, right? And we are all together.
Yeah, unity. But suddenly we can see David is still watching them. Are we going to watch the fourth part? No.
It means evil never dies, I guess.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
Yeah, but
There was a
yeah, Nesma, how is this message connected to the movie plot?
It actually is saying that the three parts are presenting wrong ideas. I don't know, that there should be no faction in one society. People should be connected. We should be melting all the I don't know, boundaries between people. I think this is somehow ideal and not practical. And I believe in the differences between people, but not like this. Not just like the Indian experiment. And also, people should not be equal, very, very equal, like what Tress wants.
Yeah, I understand.
It's not so easy. Yeah.
Complicated.
Vova, please.
And I think people didn't even hear that there is pure and damaged.
They knew?
They knew? Who told?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Chicago didn't know the concept.
Yeah. Tress presented the concept and also said this should not be cracked.
Okay. So her message was, people, I'm going to educate you. I'm going to say that there are damaged and pure people, and all this kind of bullshit, forget about it.
Ivan, she believes everything she does because she feels it in her heart, I think, and her message is what she believes. But of course, it is a kind of utopia.
Yeah, Chicago, I'm pure, you're all damaged, but you know what? Let's all be the same. Let's all be damaged together, okay? I'll step down and be one of you, come on.
Yeah.
Sergey, please.
Yeah. To be honest, I like the message in the end of this movie because it's this message was according to the modern agenda. It's okay. I understand. It's understandable for me, but I like this plot of third parties. In Russia, we have the wooden toy, matryoshka. When you open one matryoshka, you could send the next a little bit smaller, and next smaller. And this movie, we made the similar plot. In the first party, we thought about one William, it's a Janine or Jenna. In the second movie, it's a board of William. In the third movie, we met David. We saw the good guy. It's not good guy. We saw that is a main bad guy. It's the only one manager of the board of director. And maybe we have the next board of directors of the world, but it's funny for me. It was funny.
So Sergey, did I understand correct? So it's like an onion, right? You always have a next layer, right? Next layer of evil. Okay.
Yeah.
Whenever you see a bad guy, you will see a worse guy. Is that what he's saying?
Yep.
There is always worse.
Yeah. What?
I think if there will be a fourth movie, there will be aliens who said this Earth was an experiment.
Yeah, we control David to make experiment, right, on the Earth.
So the way I understand it, something happened that killed a bunch of people. Somehow the outsiders built a wall around the city, put people inside there to do an experiment that lasted 200 years. The experiment was divide society into 5 parts and maintain a stable system. And the purpose was to develop a divergent who is not in any of the 5 factions, and he's basically superior to the 5 factions. And once we create this divergent class, the experiment has succeeded. So they got one divergent that opened the message, and that told the outsiders, hey, the experiment was a success. We have at least one divergent in Chicago. So the outsiders rejoice. The experiment was successful. Now, what do they do with the divergent? They make him a slave like anybody else. It made no sense at all.
Again, our task today is very hard, right? We should kind of connect the ends and not connect.
If the outsiders had been in chaos and this one divergent had come out and become the leader and stopped all the chaos, it would have made sense. But that's not what happened. The savior, we've got one divergent. The Messiah has arrived to save humanity. Rejoice, everyone.
Okay.
No sense.
Sergey, please.
Yeah, we know, unfortunately, we know that we can see only 3 parts of this movie because we know that the 4th parts didn't production, but the second big result of this movie, sometimes your dirty village a little bit better than the big glasses city. That's why, therefore, these heroes went to the border, met the modern city, but oh no! I want to go to my dirty Chicago.
Yeah, Nesma?
Go ahead, Nesma.
I would say that if there is one lesson to learn from these 3 movies for me, is that we should not trust people in power. Because looking at Evelyn, for example, she was fighting for freedom for people and for the homeless people, and then she turned out to be another dictator. Also, David seemed at first to be angelic, and so he turned out to be evil. Even the administration of the Utopia city, they were, they didn't care at all about people. They didn't give a damn about Chicago. They just didn't want any trouble. The way they were talking to David about Chicago was that just don't, make noise. Just do whatever with Chicago people without, making any noise here. So anybody in power, I guess we should not trust at all.
Yeah, I see your point, but I think the message is different. Messages, you have to pay writers as well as to actors, So kind of writer, Okay, anything else? Anything else about this movie, So, and Gerard shared, right? Gerard, you said that the money outcome from this movie was so low that the 4th part will never happen, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
The movie flopped.
Only the 3rd part?
Only the 3rd, yes, because every year they made a part. So the third one didn't meet the expectations.
Wow.
The third part.
they didn't
I
have
understand.
a major plan.
Mhm.
No, Providence didn't seem to care about the Chicago experiment that had gone on 200 years. And who's the boss at the end? Who's the leader of Chicago? Janine died. Janine was killed. Evelyn was kind of overthrown. The Allegiant had the wimpy Joanne, black woman,
Yeah.
good-hearted. Everybody worked together, sing kumbaya around the campfire. Who's the leader at the end? What problem was solved in Chicago? Chicago is still, it began okay, and now it's a mess. Chicago's gotten worse over the 3 movies.
Yeah, but it was broken like from the very beginning, right? So we can see a lot of military kind of machines, right? And industry and weapons. Who made them? Farmers? Who built all this industry? Who built the walls?
Yeah, but Chicago had peace for 200 years until Erudite decided we ought to be the boss. We're the head. We got the brain. We ought to be the boss, not the anus, not the arms and legs, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah. Good
Yeah,
action.
I think Tress will be the leader.
Yeah, sure.
Beginning, at the beginning of this part, she refused to be the leader.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think now she will accept that.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Okay, we don't have Vasans today who always makes slides. So I realized it just before the class. So I made a few screenshots, pretty random one. So don't be too strict. But let's try to find some details, to find some new vocabulary or to learn something from here. And for the first slide, I used the one that I should Layla love.
I know that. I feel it.
The best action scene, right, in the movie.
Yeah. They were about to escape, and we can see the hooks and the rope, and I love the way they are walking. And Caleb is behind them. He can't manage very well, and I can see a kind of not arid, right? I was talking about the grass.
Yeah.
I don't know. Not a lot of things to say, but it's good.
Yeah. What is the material of this wall? What do you think?
Oh, could be bricks or what else?
Yeah.
Cement.
Yeah, I think it's called concrete, right, teacher? So
Concrete, right?
when we mix cement with some, sand and everything, we get concrete. And I think, this wall can protect you from anything, right? Because it's made of. I have not seen such a building in my life, I think. Yeah.
It's dirty. It looks dirty anyway. Old, dirty. I don't know.
Yeah, it's dirty, probably.
20 years.
20,
Massive amount of concrete. My God.
200
massive.
years, yeah. Sergey, anything about this picture?
Yeah, I would like that I can do the similar scene, only turn my cameras.
Yeah, but I don't think it was made like this. Look on them; they jump like very long distance, right? So it's hard to jump like so high, I think.
I think I can even see the 3D screen.
But what about the soldiers? They could manage this, right? Stunt actors, yes, teacher, I agree.
Yeah.
In real life, these were stunt men probably going up and down because a regular actor's not going to have the strength and.
But soldiers are trained like that, right?
Yeah. Soldiers are trained to climb ropes.
Yeah, but not the walls like this because it's useless. There are no walls like this in the world.
Yeah.
Ivan, come on, tell me the truth. If you could, would you like to try this?
Climb this one? No, thank you.
I would like to. Sergey, what about you?
Me too. I like it.
Yeah, I know. My friends are going to support me.
Yeah, I like it. And the last part when 4 carry Tress and they go up with Tress.
Yeah,
I think it's very easy to go up carrying someone else.
I like it.
Yeah. Okay, another picture. So kind of break of reality, how we call it. Nesma, could you please describe this one?
I can see virtual sky, like a hologram, made of hologram. I don't know. Yes, camouflage curtain. Small devices, like a sphere devices. Some soldiers, they are in a very weird place. Like Mars, it reminds me with Mars, the planet Mars. What else?
Nesma, did you play Tetris in your life?
Tennis?
Tetris. Do you know this game?
No.
No? Well, it's an old game made from, some pieces made of these boxes. It's very similar to what we see, right?
Like
puzzle.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
worse.
yeah.
It's worse than Rubik's Cube, in my opinion.
Can I ask something?
Sure. Please.
What about this camouflage curtain you said? Is it the same in real world or is it something imaginary?
Imaginary right now.
I guess we had a clock, a camouflage clock in real
Where's
life.
that?
I saw it on the internet like a year ago or something, and people claim this to be real, but I don't know.
Like Harry Potter's cloak of invisibility? Nah, I don't think so. The military may have something like that, but it's not available to the general public.
Well,
I said, how did they make it if they have the same pattern of the hues back there? How and why did they make this the similar?
Yeah. So it's a kind of unrealistic, right? And
also, it wasn't just camouflage. Do you remember it was a bulletproof?
Yeah.
So it was just
lifesaver.
It was like this field, right? What we have, like magnetic field, something like sci-fi, right?
I wish we could have something like that.
It would save a lot of money over building a wall, wouldn't it?
Oh, I can see that Texas is, taking a huge part of your thinking, Teacher Lee.
Yeah, we could make a bulletproof shield between Texas and Mexico. So when Mexico looks at us, all they see is nothing, just desert.
You need a human proof.
Yeah, no need to go there. Yeah. Make us invisible. Yeah.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about. Yeah.
One thing I'll say, Yvonne, is the writer or whoever designed costumes made great clothes for Triss. She always had very fashionable, very pretty outfits. I'll give them credit for that. Yeah. Nesma, don't you think so?
I agree.
She was very fashionably dressed all the time. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Salma, would you like to describe this picture?
Yes. There is Triss and here Matthew. And they are standing, and this is the glass balcony or edge of glass, and there is red ground there, or damages ground, and also there is a green area, which inside the place they are in. Yes.
So usually naming this red areas wasteland, right? Wasteland. Nothing is here.
Yeah. But I don't know why the rain is red.
Because of pollution. We don't know exactly, but it's kind of polluted. Yeah. And Tris has some kind of tattoo on the right arm, right? What is it?
I think it's not the symbol of dauntless. Maybe obligation, but I don't remember.
So a faction symbol, right?
Yeah, it's faction.
Sergey?
But it's not the 5 factions, just one faction, but I can't remember the symbol of it.
Yeah, you know what else was strange? Divergents were hated and hunted and killed, right?
Yeah.
And yet, look at 4's back. He had all 5 faction symbols on his back. Doesn't that sound like he's a divergent? Come on.
Yeah, firstly, I think that he is divergent like Triss.
Yeah, it is.
Also, there is a point that I want to understand. When they put Sam in Triss, she is in the second part, not this part. So all of them, they can control them except Triss because she is divergent. But what about 4? Also, they put them in him, but how he isn't controlled like them?
He was. Remember, he was controlled also, but she shook him out of it.
Yeah, but in the metro, when they were in the metro or in the underground or the train, when they were on the train, he is awake. He is not controlled. When
Right.
Triss,
she made him lose. She made him get control back. Remember, he was going to shoot her, and she said, "Go ahead and do it, but look me in the eyes." That was one of his fears, and that scared him out of control, and he became normal again. Remember, she was pure, and he was damaged, so he was able to be controlled, but she was not.
Yeah,
a little weak there, but he was controlled by the mind control drug for a little while.
yes.
Sergey, please.
Yes, I would like something about landscape. This landscape looks like a copper production waste area, storage area. And in my region, I met some places which looks like the similar. It's a red color because the copper is the red metal.
Yeah, so you like this landscape, right, Sergey? You would like to live here?
Yeah.
Good.
Not true.
Okay, let's move forward.
Another plot hole is if Natalie was from outside, that would explain why Triss might be pure, but her brother Caleb, apparently he wasn't pure. So why was Triss the only pure human in the entire society? They didn't explain that.
Yes.
I think 4 was the divergent, right? And when they in the second part or first, I don't remember, they controlled everyone and they like inject the serum.
Yeah, but it was Salma just said, right?
Yeah, so, and but he gets controlled by his divergent. And as a divergent, I remember some divergent didn't get controlled. He was like, "What's happening? Why is he pure?"
Yeah, it was kind of selective, right? Selecting action on them.
Yeah, it did. Why were a couple of people not affected? But 4 was very strong mentally, but he was controlled. But other wimpy people, some of them weren't controlled. Yeah, it didn't make sense.
Okay. Which one do you like, Sergey?
And she can fly their vehicles. She knows all their technology almost instantly. Oh, I can fly this.
Do you remember Matrix? You know, I know Kung Fu.
Yeah, Matrix. That made sense. But here they didn't have that.
Ahmed, please, would you like to use
Okay.
that? Yeah.
Yes. In the side one of David the soldier, he wear red camouflage.
Mhm.
He carry a young girl, but okay, there is in the landscape we can say damaged or worst area. In the background, how can I say that? I don't know what this is things in the background for the soldier.
I would say it's a tent, right? It's like a kind of a big house, big tent, something.
Big tent, okay. But why he carried this young girl for do experiment for to remove the memory.
Mhm.
I don't know.
He's kidnapping, right? Kidnapping.
Well, yes.
Mhm.
His intention, yeah.
Teacher, do you remember these native tribes? They have houses like this. It's called igloo, right, or something.
The Eskimos.
Eskimos, right? It's similar to this tent, I think.
Well, igloos were semicircles, were hemispheres.
Yeah.
The American Indians used tents.
Sergey, do you have a comment?
I remember the one moment about Eskimos. In Soviet Union, we have very tasty ice cream, Eskimo.
Yeah, the
It's a
Eskimo
real
barn.
Eskimo with the chocolate. It's a premium level of ice cream for children in my childhood.
Those were good. Yeah, I grew up with those. They were very good.
But several years ago, I listened. This is not polite correct to use this name for ice cream. A little bit Eskimos afraid it. Whoa, we don't want to use our name of our society for ice cream. But what? It's Eskimo from my childhood.
Yeah. It's crazy.
I have a question. Where did they get food, these tribes? They live inside the desert with the Cooper waste, but I didn't see some animals, some lakes or something, trees, but I don't understand.
You know, many people, you know, from Greenpeace, they say that worms are our future.
It's a place of dreams for Greenpeace.
So worms are our future, you know. If we will, so they have a lot of a lot of nutrition inside, right? So that's my bet.
Paradise.
Yeah, I don't think we ever saw any animal. No cat, no dog. Was there cats and dogs? I don't remember any animal anywhere. No insect, no mosquitoes.
Yeah, and we remember that Amity factions, they were with vegetarians, right? They never use meat. So it's a real future. Yeah. Okay, who else? Whose turn is this? I forgot. Sorry, did you?
I remember the moment. This is the argo between Black Lady and Elaine. I don't remember. It's Evelyn. And Evelyn told her, you trusted me, but I'm not. I took some guys with me. And me too. we are honest lady. Seriously, it's a funny moment, and we can see the border, the metal Schlagbaum. I don't know. It's English. It's a device who open or close the road for truck.
How would you call this gate? I don't know. This metal gate, is it?
I would just call it a traffic gate or a traffic barrier, I guess. No name.
Okay. Okay.
For me, this is the traffic gate is a symbolic border between two societies. And we can see bribes from the one side and bribes from the other sides.
Yeah.
And they armed some
Yeah.
devices.
Yeah, what strikes me is that they all have modern weapons, you know, all these guns. And who made this? Farmers, you know?
I have a lot of questions about factories, about foods, about fabrics. Where is, I don't know who sends these devices for them. Where is these plants?
Yeah. Yeah, which faction? Yeah, we don't know. Vova, what is happening?
This is flying
Mm-hmm. Flying what? Is it a car? Is it a helicopter?
like a helicopter.
Mm-hmm. Modern one, right?
Yeah.
We can see that, how we call this, joystick, right? So pilots in helicopters, they have a stick, right? This,
Yeah, joystick if it's a one-hand control.
yeah, but she don't need it, right? So it's just a probably some buttons or some kind of mental control.
I'm surprised you don't just say, take me to Chicago, take me to Province, go down to 100 feet. I'm surprised it's not voice controlled,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Ivan, just look at the way she's sitting. So comfortable.
Yeah, just I'm not driving this car for the first time in my life, right? I'm confident, I'm relaxed. No problem.
Yeah, she put leg onto leg and yeah, okay. But it
Yeah.
look so funny.
In my lifetime, I've taken one helicopter ride.
Yeah.
I took my son with me. We went up in a helicopter ride. It cost us $60, $60 US for 5 minutes in a helicopter. We went up in the air, and my son is sitting next to me. It's so loud. We got earmuffs so loud. Whoa, 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 whoa. And you look out, you look through the glasses way down. My son was terrified the whole time. He was squeezing my hand so tight, like, my God, Dad, let it be over soon. He was terrified. And here it's like, oh, wow, what a nice view, Yeah.
Yeah, but in Moscow and in St. Petersburg, in two cities in Russia, we have a helicopter taxi. If you reach enough and you have to pass the traffic, you just, you can use it.
Wow, nice.
In my city too, Ivan.
Yeah, okay. So in many cities, yeah.
We don't have that in America.
Ahmed, would you like to add something? No? Okay, so that's all for today. Let's call it a day. It's nice that we finished this trilogy.
Yeah, I'm happy to.
I really enjoyed this series.
Weak plot. I like the imagery, but the plot was weak.
Yeah. But they tried to make it interesting.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I think we already have a movie for the next class. Usually just posted one in Medruk Telegram channel. So please take a look, and see you next week. Right?
Thank you.
Again.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
You made this movie better for me. Without this discussion, it would not worth watching.
I had fun too.
Bye bye.
Have a good day.